The first one is that classical one, you know, on Sabbath, on Saturday, Jewish believers meet in a synagogue and each of them says something. So first, a big rabbi said, "Oh my God, I am nobody. I am not worthy of your attention, God." Then a rich Jewish merchant comes and says, "Oh my God, I'm also nobody. Don't even consider me. I'm not worthy of your attention." Then, I hope you know the joke, a poor Jew stands up and says, "God, I'm also a nobody." And then the rich merchant kicks the rabbi and said, "Who is this guy that he thinks he can also say that he is a nobody?" There is deep truth in this. Whenever somebody apparently humiliates himself and so on, adopts this attitude of, "I despise my nation, my identity, blah, blah," be very careful for looking for secret privilege, what as a Lacanian I would have called surplus enjoyment. I will give you an example which may be even provocative to some of you. I've written about it extensively. In the United States, in these politically correct times, there is one basic rule, very simple. Further that you are from white, male, Protestant, whatever elite, more you are allowed to assert your particular ethnic, religious identity. Like Native Americans, so-called, they hate this term. Indians, I prefer to call them. Do you know my joke, which really happened in Missoula, Montana? One Indian referred to it to himself as Indian, and immediately a white, well-meaning liberal interrupted him. "No, you're Native American. Don't you know that you are humiliating yourself?" And the Indian gave a perfect answer. He says, "No, sorry. Native American is for me much more racist. It means I am Native American, part of nature, and what are you, cultural American or what?" He said, "I prefer to be called Indian. In this way, at least my name is a sign of white man's stupidity." You know, they thought they are in India. He got it correctly. No, sorry, let's go on seriously. Native Americans, okay. Blacks, okay. Then Chinese suspicion begins. Italians, maybe Germans, Scandinavians, but if white, WASP, Anglo-Saxon or whatever, if you just say, "I also want to assert my identity," you are a fascist. You are decried as a fascist and so on. Now, I know well-founded reasoning behind this, because this is effectively the hegemonic position. It's not the same for you or for a poor Native American to say, "I want to assert my identity." But I noticed something else, how beneath, I'm now talking about these typical multiculturalist, leftist liberals, beneath this self-humiliating gesture, "Oh, we are guilty for everything, imperialist colonizers, we don't have the right," renouncing all your particular features, always comes with, in a discreet way, asserting your position of universality. All this apparently modest, self-denigrating white people, at the same time, I noticed, have no problems behaving in a very patronizing way towards others, correcting them, telling them when they are making a mistake or whatever. So clearly, the secret profit is this moral authority given to you in this way. I think there is something of the same with how in Europe, and I have all sympathy for them, but nonetheless, how in Europe leftists, left liberals, behave towards immigrants. Of course, we should be, my God, my position is, do not be afraid, very leftist here. I just noticed how, in their very understanding of immigrants, how they always already patronize them. Like, if immigrants do, and like all people, they are a mixed crowd. There are criminals among them and so on. If they do something horrible, rape and so on, white liberals are always looking for an excuse. Oh, this is just general human nature, we are all like that, or they were so victimized by us, we should understand this, and so on and so on. And one of my immigrant friends exploded and told me that it's a beautiful paradox, philosophical. He told me, my God, my basic human right is at least to be recognized as an adult, responsible person, which practically means to be able to do something horrible. Are they aware that by treating me almost like a child in this way, they are humiliating me, and so on and so on? So I think that, again, okay, I will not go into political consequences here. Just beware how, also with political correctness, often the position of a victim can be used as a nice instrument to justify your exerting of, in academia, American, it's typical. In outside, victims are really victims. But in academia, playing with victimhood, if you're a privileged victim, gives you an incredible power, de facto.